everybody, thanks for tuning in and welcome to my Assassin's Creed Origins review. Assassin's Creed Origins takes gamers back to the year 49 BC to follow the events surrounding a magi named Bayek and an epic part of the Assassin's Creed story, the birth of the Brotherhood. The story focuses on the troubles of Bayek and his wife and the events that take place towards the future of the Brotherhood. The game sheds some light on the beginnings of the Templar Order, or the Order of the Ancients as they're known in Origins. While Bayek and the Brotherhood fight for peace by promoting freedom and liberty, the Cabal known as the Order of the Ancients desire peace through the forceful imposition of order. It's the perfect environment for an Assassin's Creed title, offering a wide and varied open world to explore and many mysteries to uncover. But what makes Origins so different from the host of titles that came before it? Ubisoft claims that Origins reinvents the Assassin's Creed franchise with reworked mechanics that breathe fresh air into the aging series. And for the most part, I agree. The original Assassin's Creed formula is present, but the game is more enjoyable than any before it. Let's talk about the combat, the weapons, and the upgrades. First up, you've got the overhauled combat system, arguably the biggest criticism in earlier Assassin's Creed games. Historically, groups of NPCs that want to attack you would wait until their turn, because the system only really supported one-on-one combat. It wasn't realistic and it broke the immersion of the game. That is a thing of the past in Origins. Although it took a little getting used to, the new combat system allows for much more freedom and creativity, and allows you to skillfully take on multiple enemies at once. Think like the Batman Arkham series. You can block and parry using your weapon of choice and your shield before landing a series of light and heavy blows that'll take care of even the biggest of enemies. It relies on a hitbox system rather than a paired animation system used in previous games. This essentially means that gamers can strike at whatever is in range at any given time, allowing you to hit multiple enemies with a single swing. And it can cause damage to individual body parts, allowing the NPC to retaliate in a more natural way. It's more fluid and natural, and is possibly the biggest improvement of the entire game. This doesn't make combat easy though. There's still an element of skill and timing required to successfully take down a group of enemies, especially those backed up by warriors with heavy weapons and shields, forcing players to consider alternative ways to attack. But now, at least, you can fight your way out of a large group when the situation does arise. Alongside the redesigned combat mechanics is a host of weaponry available to Bayek. There are several different types of sword, ranging from dual swords that are deadly at close range to slow, powerful weapons that can take out a number of enemies in a single swing. There are varying levels of quality and an RPG-esque rating system, common, rare, and legendary. The best part? If you find a weapon, you can become attached to it. You can take it to the blacksmith and even upgrade it as you level up. It allows you to customize your style of play. I preferred using dual swords and dodging, but some may prefer to use heavier weapons with a shield to deal high damage at the right time. Assassin's Creed gives you that choice, and it really enhances gameplay. It is a similar story with your bows. There are 4 types of bow available depending on your situation. For example, the hunter's bow provides damage at long range, while the warrior bow fires 5 arrows at once. Think of it as like a shotgun. You can switch between your 2 favourite bows and weapons on the fly once you've upgraded your skill tree, allowing you to adapt to situations as they change. The wide branching skill tree is upgraded throughout the game, giving you access to advanced combat and exploration skills and providing a way to enhance your personal style of combat, again enabling you to focus on the areas that you personally use when playing the game. Ability points, the currents of the skill tree, can be unlocked by leveling up or exploring tombs and pyramids scattered throughout Egypt. Let's talk about free running. Free running has also had an upgrade in Origins. It's not as easy as it has been in other games, but it does feel more natural than ever. When free running around Egypt, you can be a bit smarter about how you approach gaps between buildings, as you won't always automatically reach the ledge. Sometimes you'll take a leap of faith and miss. You've also got to be more observant of surfaces and ledges that you climb on, as climbable surfaces aren't always easy to spot in Origins. This forces you to look out for things like small crevices on the side of a pyramid, or jagged areas of rock on the side of a cliff that may be the only way to reach your objective. Eagle vision is no longer present in Assassin's Creed Origins. Instead, you'll have an eagle companion called Sinu that you can summon at any time. It replaces many of the features of the old Eagle Vision mode, allowing you to scout not only enemies, but objectives and other objectives of interest, and plan a potential attack from the air. Senu is an invaluable tool in Origins, allowing you to assess the best way to approach a situation, whether it be stealing valuable items from enemy camps or trying to liberate prisoners. Besides the benefit to combat, it's fun to fly around as a bird and it gives you a stunning view of Egypt, especially in 4K and HDR. Seru can also be used when exploring the open world on horseback, allowing you to get a wider view of the area and anticipate any incoming danger when you come across it on your travels. It's not something that's pointed out when playing the game, but in my opinion, it's the best way to travel long distances. Speaking of the open world, it's much more detailed and alive than previous Assassin's Creed games. There are no loading screens at all when exploring the many available regions, and the attention to detail is incredible. Environments feel alive and will look different at different times of day. The markets of Memphis may look quiet in the evening, but they're teeming with life when the Egypt sun is beaming down during the day. There's also so much to do in Origins. The side quests, you've got tombs to explore, points of interest, things to collect, providing many hours of fresh and interesting gameplay. There are towers present in Origins, but these serve as fast travel points, and activation isn't a requirement like in previous games. These do, however, provide better perception for Xenu. Even the NPCs are more intelligent than ever. Ubisoft has programmed every NPC in Origins with a purpose, a will to do things and make the world feel more alive. Some NPCs may want to shop at the local bazaar, while crocodiles will attack hippos, and sometimes people if they wander too near. The nature of the NPC design means that unscripted events can naturally occur when you're in the area. A nearby crocodile may attack a guard standing outside a camp you're infiltrating, or it could be that local allies need backup against both humans and animals. The world is alive around you, and it makes you feel like anything can happen while exploring. The storyline in Assassin's Creed Origins is like a Hollywood blockbuster. It's full of suspense, twists, turns, and betrayal, providing an engaging story that'll keep coming back for more. You'll take on the Order of the Ancients and even Egyptian gods, creating some of the most visually stunning and enjoyable boss battles I've ever seen in a game. I don't want to ruin the entire plot, so I won't say much more about it, but safe to say it's my favourite story in any of the Assassin's Creed games. And even I was a fan of Assassin's Creed 3, which a lot of people didn't like. In addition to your main story, side quests can be found throughout ancient Egypt, and frankly, they're much more in-depth and engaging than in previous games. It's not simply a case of following an NPC or retrieving an item. The quests have a storyline behind them that sometimes arch over 2 or 3 missions, and it can involve anything from rescuing people to assassinating targets and even horse racing. You're never quite sure what you'll get when starting a side quest in Origins, and it's that excitement and curiosity that powers my compulsion to take on every side quest that I come across. Assassin's Creed Origins is the most in-depth and enjoyable title in the Assassin's Creed series so far, and ancient Egypt is the perfect location to showcase it.
Alarm! Over here! Hey, hold on! Die, die! Damn it! Who's shooting? Die already! You got nothing out! Mine now!
That means we raise the sands.